The most intellectual beings on the face of Earth are driven by one ultimate factor: curiosity. As civilization progresses, the curiosity has been channeled to more complex subjects and is referred to as research.
රිසර්ච් කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා මගෙන් අහපුවම මට එන ඉනිෂියල් අයිඩියා එක තමයි
යම් කිසි දෙයක් අධ්‍යයනය කරන එක.
ஒரு விஷயத்தை எடுத்து வச்சு அதை ஆழமாக வந்து தேடுறது தான் ரிசர்ச்.
රිසර්ච් කිව්වම මට මුලින්ම හිතට එන්නේ
අකර දෙයක් ගැන ඉන් ඩීටේල් හොයන එක.
හරි ඉන්ටරෙස්ටිං දෙයක් විතර දැක්කේ.
අලුතින් දැනුම සොයා ගැනීම. තියෙන දෙයට අලුතින් දෙයක් එකතු කිරීම.
අලුතින් දේවල් අපි හොයාගත්තොත් තමයි
එක්කෝ තියෙන දෙයක් පිළිබඳ විශ්ලේෂණය කිරීම, එහෙම නැත්නම් අලුතින් දෙයක් හොයා ගැනීම.
Research is, in my opinion, actually trying to find new knowledge. Basically, you are trying to contribute to the existing knowledge, something new.
At least it's not only about getting the knowledge. Getting the knowledge is about controlling people more or less. So, but we need the knowledge how to change.
So research is actually identifying or understanding different processes or mechanisms or about a structure or various things that actually affects our day-to-day life.
Research is about finding new answers to old questions as well as about finding new questions.
We are actually trying to understand the world we are living in. That's basically research.
Scientific research and innovation of our island nation still stands at a mediocre range with only 318 published research findings as of the 2008 Science Citation Index. Sri Lanka's GERD as a percentage of the GDP has been 0.22% during the last 2 decades, which is rather low compared to other developing countries. The recommended rate for a developing country stands at 1%. The country's GERD was 0.11% for the year 2008. A total of Rs 5,047 million was spent for R&D for the year 2008, with 33% allocated for agriculture, 30% for engineering and technology, 17% on medical science, and 13% for natural sciences, and 7% in social sciences. 71.8% of this investment was contributed by the government, while the private sector and foreign sector contributed 19.9% and 4.3% respectively. Until recent times, the country has lacked a solid and sustainable development framework. Thus, the diminished amounts of funds, low priority on government agenda, and lack of public awareness had made this vital aspect of socio-economic development ailing in the background. In the light of this issue, the National Research Council, established in 1999 with Professor Arias Kovoor as founder chairman.
He was a visionary. He believed that to develop research in this country, we have to strengthen our scientists, give them more flexibility in doing research, facilitate them with less red tape.
Mainly acting as a research funding agency, the NRC is exclusively dedicated for the promotion of research, creating a research culture, and to drive research on a path towards national development. The National Research Council was declared a special agency in 2007 by His Excellency the President Mahinda Rajapaksa.
The council is unique and consists of 12 professors, senior professors, and 3 leading private sector heads. mandate given to us by the President is also unique, and this mandate is directed towards achieving excellence by the year 2017.
For a researcher, the work never ends. Curiosity never satisfied, endless new paths to explore. The NRC's relentless effort is to create an optimistic environment for our research professional, providing research grants, facilitating PhD, MPhil training programs, recognizing scientists through awards, development of research laboratories, creating public awareness. The NRC is dedicated to create an optimistic environment for the research professional. The NRC Research Grant Program is competitive, less bureaucratic, and popular among the scientific community for its transparency and flexibility in implementation. Grants are considered for a diverse subject area where the pure sciences, food, water, environment, energy, as well as sports, national surveillance, wildlife, too have fetched grants in the recent years.
යටතේ ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන් කරන්නේ පරිසර හිතකාමී ශුද්ධජීවීන් පාවිච්චි කරලා රසායනික පොහොර භාවිතය කෘෂිකර්මයේ රසායනික පොහොර භාවිතය අඩු කිරීම සඳහා නැත්නම් මේ සංකල්පය අපි විසින් තමයි ලෝකයට බිහි කරේ. මේකට කියන්නේ ශුද්ධජීවී ජෛව පටල සංකල්පය.
The NRC has initiated programs that build, strengthen and encourage individual researchers and facilities, as well as broaden partnerships among public and private R&D organizations.
One of the projects that we are doing at the Institute of Biochemistry, Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, supported by the National Research Council, is to look at the mitochondrial DNA variation in the Sri Lankan population. Analysis of mitochondrial DNA helps us for individual identification in forensic DNA analysis when there are scanty or degraded samples.
In this project, we are trying to analyze the major metabolites of the Sri Lankan tea germplasm. And it is very economically important in Sri Lanka because there are more than 600 tea accessions available in the Sri Lankan tea germplasm, but the real chemical composition is not yet known.
Our idea was to automate the crime analysis system and the manual and crime analysis system of the police department.
The grant encourages group research based on multidisciplinary approaches, collaborative research programs, and problem-oriented research.
So we study the dynamics of the dengue virus activity in the patients as well as in the mosquito collected in the areas of the patients. What we do here is we extract the virus from the patient's blood sample and then try to see whether virus RNA is actually there in the patient's blood sample.
As a tropical country, we are having over 90 thunder days per year. Each year in Sri Lanka, due to direct hits, over 50 people are killed. So in this project, we are trying to understand the electromagnetic environment in Sri Lanka by various techniques like electromagnetic field measurements, then optical signature studies, high-speed camera studies, and thunder analysis.
In order to carry out research that is in par with international standards, the success of a particular grant is measured by its publication in SCI indexed referred journals. The human resource capital in R&D in Sri Lanka remains low, with only a total of 4,037 professionals working in the area. 28% with PhDs, 27% with a master's degree, and the remaining 45% with a basic degree and additional qualifications. To strengthen this force of high-quality scientists and technologists, the PhD MPhil training program operates alongside the research grants program, where the principal investigator trains an MPhil or PhD student during the grant period. 500 PhDs produced likewise within 10 years remains the program's main objective. 51 grants with PhD MPhil fellowships were awarded in 2011, 48 in 2012. NRC initiated a presidential awards program under the patronage of His Excellency the President. The program is set to recognize and reward scientists who have reached high standards in research activities. The NRC takes pride to announce that since its introduction, there has been a marked improvement in number, quality, and impact of scientific research in the country. Review of research and development institutions is another important task under the NRC's mandate. By disclosing an institution's strengths and weaknesses through systematic analysis and auditing, recommendations are made for a more sustainable usage of available resources, improved methodologies, increase in capacity, and a research system that will benefit the society at large.
The research and development are one of the most important criteria for the development of a country.
Especially technological advances.
And the results will benefit the country.
The research benefits the whole world.
The National Research Council recognizes that Sri Lankan scientists have excelled in many areas of science, agriculture, computer, energy, forestry, and medicine.
The ultimate objective of all this is to create a research culture in this country, and by doing this, make a contribution to making Sri Lanka a knowledge hub.
Sri Lanka is now advancing towards funding our own research and strengthening domestic capabilities on the way to becoming the wonder of Asia.